We're back with Tokened Up. We just finished going over the commons, uncommons, rares, and this is going to be video number 2 as we finish the set review going over super rares. Now, the lower rarities, we were of course focused on how they were in sealed environment, which is where they're going to get a lot of play. For the super rares, we don't really have that luxury. These are largely going to be seen in a more modern, more competitive environment, and so we kind of have to analyze them under that lens just to be fair to them. There's of course going to be some that we're just going to shout out for them to be fun to play, and any of these that you do pull in sealed, I mean, you're pulling a super rare in sealed, it should be doing its job. We shouldn't have to tell you that. Anything else you wanted to add, Dylan, before we got kicking?
No, sounds good. Let's let her rip.
We're going to start not with Magneto that's up at the top of the screen here, but we're going to actually start with the one-shots. There are 4 of them within the set, and just like before, these are things you're going to see on a lot more teams, so we want to do them early in the review rather than later, so we can keep them in mind as we hit each of the different characters. So the first one-shot is Magneto Was Right. Effect: at the beginning of your turn, you may choose the friendly characters that can use the Brotherhood of Mutants team ability. I've already messed that up. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose the friendly characters can use the Brotherhood of team ability this turn. So your whole team gets access to it if you decide to use it. If you do, this turn when characters attack, they treat their finalized attack roll as being 1 higher for each character in your KO area for the purposes of triggering the Brotherhood trait. For those that aren't familiar, the Brotherhood team ability is just if you make an attack and you roll a 10 or a 12, you take your action token back after everything's said and done. So for this, for every character in your KO area, you're now adding, a 9 through 12, an 8 through 12. Makes it a lot more consistent.
Doesn't seem like it's worth a sideline spot.
Yeah, sideline's at a bit of a premium right now. We did lose a couple of the gods, but modern is still going strong. And each of these spots are pretty primo. There's like 3 or 4 slots that are almost auto-taken at the moment. Defensive one-shots, Animal Man, maybe Mimic if you're still running it. I know a lot of people have dropped Mimic. Ares. So you only have a couple of sideline spots to play with. So if that's what you're doing, you need to be very sure that you have a very aggressive Brotherhood character to take advantage of that. You want to take the next one?
Omega level threat detected, 1 shot. We are the effect: when an opposing character of 100 points or more is given in power action. After resolutions, you may generate a character with the Sentinel keyword of 15 points or less on its starting line adjacent to that character. This game, that generated character isn't scored when KO'd. So basically, you have a big guy. When you use given in power action, you can generate another small guy.
Yeah, so your opponent needs the big guy. You're generating the character, which means it doesn't have to take up the sideline spot. Like, that's replacements that have to come from the sideline.
Oh, it's opposing. Wow.
Yeah, so they have the big guy.
Something.
You have the small guy. And you're waiting for the big guy to take a power action. So in this case, that sounds like it's niche, just because most people don't declare everything they're doing when they're playing. But running shot, charge, hypersonic, those are all power actions. So that big guy is going to do one of those most of the time. The question is, which 15-point Sentinel are you bringing in?
I mean, I guess like a tie-up one, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, these... If we scroll back up a little bit, we've got the Prime Sentinel, which is the one with the new recruit trait. And the normal Sentinels, the Prime and Sentinel Technician, are the goons. So I could see... Where are you generating this character? Is it next to you or next to them?
Like adjacent, right? To the...
Okay, so I could see a world where they do their charge, they run in, do their thing, and then when their charge is over, this gets activated and you drop the Sentinel Technician right next to them, which has poison, and guaranteed generates another goon when it's done, and they don't get 15 points for KO in this guy.
And hopefully their 100-point figure is poisonable.
Yeah, I'm assuming the rest of your team is designed to deal with reducers, or maybe this is something that you include on that Sinister Syndicate team with like Sandman, and so you're getting guaranteed poison on this for just 5 points.
Yeah, it's just tough. You need them to have a big guy on their team.
Yeah, you do need them to have a 100-point character, which automatically makes this worse because you don't get to control that.
Yeah.
But there are options here, especially going into the expendable goon stuff.
Yeah, or the Flurry Incap one.
Yeah, that one's crazy. So that could be really good. Especially if you've got someone like Leech on your team as well. So you've spent 20 points. If they have a big guy, I mean, Leech is just going to be good in general. They've got a big guy. They charge in or running shot in. Bang, pop this. Put your Flurry end cap next to them. And then you're good to go. They're double end capped. Leech is there taking away the willpower from Cosmic. There's a Disney World here that's not that expensive to get into. Like the price for entry here is relatively small. The only thing that matters is that you're spending 5 points, and there's a chance that this character doesn't even exist on the other team.
Yeah.
But if your 294-95 point team is playable without this, though, that's not bad. Yeah, I think this is more of a meta call than like a mainstay. You know what I mean? Like when this matters, it's gonna matter. And when it doesn't come up, you're just 5 points down. But the other person doesn't score those 5 points because it's a one-shot.
Very true.
Practice teamwork, though, is the next one. Friendly characters have power. Make an attack using this character's printed combat values. They may be given this power action even after being carried.
Now, this one has a lot of legs.
Oh, yeah. Especially because there's some damage powers that don't care what your printed values are. Like if I'm using like a big blades piece, or if I'm carrying someone up and then having them do an Ares bomb on top of you, that's fantastic because I can still use probs and everything. Like it's just their printed values. And blades doesn't care about that either. Pin Blast doesn't care about this. Incap doesn't care about this. Like an exploit piece. The only things you really can't do with this are Pulse Wave, Energy Explosion, Quake. Like those kind of actions that need like a capital close or capital range.
Yeah.
I'd say for 10 points this is solid. But at the same time it is 10 points. This would be, I think, too strong at 5. But 10 feels like a very balanced place for this.
Yeah, definitely make a team to abuse this one.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I even bought the play-at-home kit for this set purely for this one-shot because I knew it came in there.
Oh, I wonder if it only comes in there.
I hope not. I hope more people can get it, but it was just guaranteed for me, and I said, all right, that's what I'm getting.
Yep.
Here you go.
Sinister Science, the last one shot in the set. When a friendly character with the scientist keyword KOs an opposing character, you may choose a standard power on the opposing character's card. This game, that friendly character can use that power. So just the free power stealing when you KO someone.
Yeah, so
seems pretty good.
You would definitely need your main carry to be scientist.
Yeah.
But that is not a tall ask. There's a lot of scientists.
That's not hard at all.
Well, let's just take a quick look here. Let's see. Here's Mr. Sinister. I'm just going to click Scientist. And let's see what comes up.
Not a ton in the set, but
Not a ton in the set, but we've got Yellow Lantern Batman, which you've got
Batman
firsthand.
gets Scientist. What the heck?
You've got firsthand experience playing against that one. You know how strong that dude can be.
He is hard to put down for sure.
The 150 Hulk. I mean, he doesn't really have a playable team right now, but as soon as he does, that dude could also be very real.
The Spot.
The Spot? Bro, giving Spot a free power off somebody's crazy. Giving Spider-Ham a reducer could be insane. Let's see. Any big boys? This is going to be the main one I'm looking at. The Collector.
Collector, yeah.
Like 200 Collector now is getting another power. So the first person he KOs, he's getting... If he collects them, he's getting their power of whichever one he wants displayed on that click, plus he's getting an extra power from them thanks to the one-shot. So he's getting 5 powers off the first person he KOs. Like, there are some very real options. Molecule Man, I mean, he's a little bit worse now that the motorcycle doesn't exist. But you can still give Molecule Man hypersonic with Animal Man and still be hitting through everything. Like, there's some threats here. And Prime Swampy. Swamp Thing Prime is no stranger to getting KOs. Like that man will gobble your team if you let him. And giving him extra powers for doing it on top of Animal Man, that's very, very real and terrifying. So I think if you're a team that can use it, this is going to be nuts.
That's kind of like a 10-point deal of power.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit delayed because you need the KO first, but if your main attacker, like, that's who's getting KOs. If you're not getting KOs, you're losing anyway.
Well, it's only an opposing character too, so it doesn't even have to be a standard. It could be a Pog, it can be a construct.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be a colossal figure as well. So that, I think that's going to be really good, and potentially even have a spot for Black Lanterns thanks to that Swamp Thing.
A lot of options.
I'm just going to take a really brief look at the map. You said you were a fan of the X Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to just tell people why you're excited for this one?
So, don't get a lot of indoor-outdoor maps, so that's kind of cool to be mixing them. You can kind of hide inside if they have a colossal. It takes place of the map that just rotated Bloodstone Maze, so there's a lot of blocking, a lot of hindering. You actually have to think about your rollout. There's not a lot of clear lines of fire, so
and depending on
the
what
teams that don't matter.
I was going to say, depends on what side you get placed on, because some of these TKs, like you said, like, if you are not on that very far right side in the open, the TK lines are tough.
Yep.
For myself, sorry, were you going to keep going?
Nope.
Okay. For myself, I'm excited about the basketball court. There's not a lot of wide open maps in Modern. We just had the Monster Island rotate out, and that was easily the most open map we've ever had. And this is pretty close second. I mean, there's a little bit of blocking in that corner, a little bit of elevated up there, but the vast majority of this fight's going to take place right out in the open. There's no hindering for people to hide inside of if they're on the melee front. But your range attackers that might need stealth have room to play all the way around the map. So it's going to be very positionally heavy if that matters to you, like if you care about the stealth. And if that doesn't matter, if you're just trying to get in there with your really long 8 range attackers, this is perfect. Asteroid,
Solid.
yeah, Asteroid M. I don't even know where you can get this map. Is this the like release day one?
That must be, yeah.
Yeah.
Motendo.
So a little bit interesting. It is an indoor map with the elevated there in the middle. This is a little bit weird to me because the elevated doesn't actually like help your line of fire at all because you can't shoot over blocking. Just in general off of elevation. So you like normally on maps like this where there's like an elevated portion in the middle, you want to just like park your team there, right? And just like hold it down because you've got the better lines of fire to everything. For this, it doesn't really seem like that's the case, so I think this map is going to play out really in a very interesting way. And there's not a lot of space between some of these blocking terrains, so if you take someone to this map, it is indoor, and you just place like a 1x3 or a 1x2 blocking, you might really screw over somebody's team if they don't have a way to run through it.
Yeah. Pretty easy to block someone in.
Like, I enjoy doing that on any map just to be a troll, but on this map, it might really be a problem.
Yeah.
And then Motendo is the last one. I think I'm saying that right. Maybe it's horribly wrong.
Nope, it's off a episode.
I think this map is just freaking cool, man. Like I saw a picture of this map, and it's like a bridge over, the water. Water's coming down from like the top side of the map. It is a beautiful map. Like this picture doesn't do it justice, obviously. But really open, long lanes, and if you're a flyer, you ignore all the elevated anyway. And if someone can't fly, they're going to have a lot of problems going up and down the bridge and into the water. With Animal Man existing, water on maps is important because you can hide the character that Animal Man's attached to because they get dolphin. And I think we've lost the Atlantis map as well, so there's not a lot of choices for that anymore.
Indeed.
But do you want to start us off for Magneto? 034.
Cool. So I'm not too sure who likes this costume, but we got 3 Magnetos in the giant purple M costume. This one is a super rare. We have 034 Magneto. He has Brotherhood of Mutants, Xmen, Past, Politician, and Ruler. And of course, sorry, I forgot Xmen team ability. He has a trait, to me, my Xmen, Magneto. Leadership, / power. Once per game, friendly characters with the Xmen keyword modify their combat values +1. This turn for each character with the Xmen keyword of 25 points or more in your KO area. So, power action once per game. You can get +3 stats to all your guys for a turn if you have some KO'd Xmen.
Yeah, it's interesting that there's the point limit here of 25 points or more. I wonder why that's there.
To not have crazy keyword cheating for pogs, so you can get
yeah, I suppose so.
+3 stats first turn and just roll over, I imagine. There's so many ways to give Xmen keywords, right?
Yeah.
But it's once per game, so still. +3 can...
Well, I
+3
guess
on your whole team's pretty nuts.
Well, because normally when I see a stat boost like this, I read that as, during my alpha strike, use this first. But in this case, it demands that it's delayed because it's so much harder to get that baseline going. So it's more of like a late game rally and try to turn.
Stand.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to turn the game around, which is very X-Men. Like they love fighting on the back foot, so I'm for it.
Yeah. But he also has a special attack power. Give us the boy, you Brimstone clone. Range. Make a ranged attack, targeting up to X opposing characters, where X is the number of adjacent non-debris terrain markers and printed pieces of blocking terrain. After resolution, destroy all adjacent terrain markers and printed pieces of blocking terrain.
I mean, that's nice because it allows you to destroy the herb, the phone booth, the Batman cloak, the giant penny. Like, the more of the stuff that's around you, the more you get to just remove without having to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of terrain manipulation right now thanks to the telekinetic ring. So you could definitely abuse this a little bit. And importantly, this isn't using bolts to make these extra attacks, which means you're not splitting your damage. You're just increasing the number of targets.
Yeah.
So there's some potential there, and it probably plays a lot better than it looks.
For sure. The rest of his stats are 5 range, single bolt, 8 speed running shot with flight. He has that attack by his whole dial at 11, 19 invincible, and 3 range combat expert. He loses invincible, goes to toughness, and then he goes to outwit on damage and sidestep at the end 2 clicks there. 55 points. He decent.
My cat is trying to purr directly into my mic.
Nice. Classic cats. My dogs are just chilling, man. You know? Chill and land on the floor like good girls.
So 55-point leadership with a rather impressive range attack that you're basically only going to get once per game. Because you're never going to be able to set up like multiple...
Nor do I think you want to, right?
Yeah, like usually you're going to break your opponent's stuff. Overall, I'm going to say not too bad.
He fits a decent slot, like something unique to.
Yeah, like he does something special.
Equipment, yeah, or terrain.
I guess that's the other thing. Like you're gonna get this first shot by breaking like 2 or 3 pieces of their equipment, and then as the game goes on, it's not uncommon for a couple pieces of equipment to just be sitting on the ground. And if you can running shot over to them and break their equipment with the attack, now you're getting like 10 or 15 points for everything you break, plus potentially getting KOs, which is kind of hard to line up in a lot of games. You can lose like 30, 35 points off of a match because you didn't get a chance to go break all the equipment. Like there's just more important things to do most of the time.
Yeah.
But I'll go to Professor X. 035 is a unique ring. He has the Xmen team ability. Shi'ar, Xmen, Ruler, and Scientist. Hopefully I'm pronouncing Shi'ar correctly.
I believe so.
And he's got a trait. To me, my Xmen, Professor X version, because X going to give it to you. He's got Leadership, Double Slash, Power Action. Once per game, roll a d6. Heal all friendly characters with the Xmen keyword, a number of clicks equal to half the result, rounded up. Those do not need to be adjacent. That is map-wide, heal all the Xmen. Which effects like this I really, really like for theme teams. Because right now there is almost no reason to play theme unless you want to. Like there's no inherent advantage for taking the reduced champion pool. You know what I mean? Like map is powerful. Going first is really powerful. But there's nothing that says you don't get to go first by not playing theme. Like there's plenty of times where the other person says you go first because I'm going to pick a map you're not going to be able to play well on. And so these kind of benefits that say I care that I'm a theme because I'm doing something unique and special, I really love. And doing a group heal is nice. I prefer more offensive options, but that's really sweet. Second trait, Welcome to Your Mind. When an opposing character within range and line of fire makes a range attack, roll 2d6. If the result is greater than the finalized attack roll, that attack misses all targets. Whew, that's good. So every time you make a range attack, I roll 2d6 as well. If mine's higher, you just miss.
Yep.
You better hope I don't have those pig tokens going. You're cooked.
There was a chase in Avengers Forever.
Okay.
Defender Strange that had the same ability.
That is sweet, man. I'm here for
and
it.
Now it's on a 50-point super rare. So
I'm all for it. Cool. Let's see what else we got. We got improved targeting, characters, hindering, blocking, and elevated. We don't have out of adjacency, so you can base Professor X. He's not getting very far from you in his wheelchair. So we have a little bit of counterplay, which I like. It's not omnipotent or anything. 6 range triple bolts. Very impressive for this set. 50 points, like you said, for 4 clicks. So a little bit frail, but again, our man's crippled. He's supposed to be. 5 speed. Not flying. I know some of the like special chair guys in Heroclix get flying, but like you can't carry. In this case, we just have normal speed. With mind control, of course. 12 attack in cap, 19 defense, defend, 0 damage outwit. This guy is a freaking shoo-in for the Atlantean crown that improves our mind control and lets us use closer ranges instead of just attacking. Because triple target, 12 attack, with an outwit that sees through everything 6 squares away. Like, this is a very potent character that is a really good reason to play X-Men. Like, I'm all for a really cool Professor X. And scientist keyword if you want to go that direction, but there's... Actually, yeah. Even if we ignore this first power, this is a leadership for ruler and scientist as well that keeps all the other benefits. This is... Even outside of X-Men, just having this guy with these abilities be good is very real. I don't know. What are your thoughts, man? I'm kind of blown away. I haven't seen a good Professor X in a very long time.
Yeah, it's nice to see him get a decent due here. I wish he had some kind of sidestep or something. It's always tough to... You always have to have him in position, which is tough for 6 range, or like a TK. It would be nice if he was a little self-sufficient that way, but I mean, other than that, triple target mind control, see through everything.
From a gameplay perspective, I 100% agree, but like when I think of sidestep, I think of like that opening bit for X-Men 97 of Cyclops like blasting himself around, just doing that little boot scooting boogie that he was doing, like that kind of sidestep.
Yeah.
I do not think of Professor X like, let me get in spot. Wheeling his chair around trying to sidestep.
He's the side hover, baby.
Yeah, side hover. He's got little boosters on the car. Huh? But I agree. Gameplay-wise, it would be better. But I'm liking what I see, man. I'm liking it.
Team-wide heal. There's not a lot to criticize, for sure.
Yeah, like when I first read this, I immediately fell into that trap of I need to be able to use this. I need to play him on X-Men. When in reality, I think that power action is just gravy on top.
The trait, right?
Yeah, like if you can use it, great. If not, who cares? But take us to Psych, I think.
If you just being able to dodge all ranged attacks, if you just roll hot, like that's...
Oh, yeah.
No.
Even if you just block one in the whole game, like you only get it one time, that's still costing the other team an action on their main attacker that they can't get back.
Indeed. Cyclops. We got X-Men team ability, 036. Starjammer's X-Men marksman, martial artist, pilot, and vehicle. He has the same trait to me, my X-Men Cyclops. That's cool. They have them all right back to back to back. Leadership, double slash, power once per game. If friendly characters with the X-Men keywords... If a friendly character with the X-Men keyword is in your KO area, you may place any number of friendly characters with the X-Men keyword adjacent to Cyclops, then he may make the ranged attack. So, any number of characters.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, works like the other Cyclops where you can yo-yo them from wherever they are. To kind of rescue them, you can bring in 3 enhancement pieces. You can do all kinds of... You can bring this guy in. That's an awesome power for sure.
And he shoots out of adjacency, so like you can TK Psych up, running shot him up close, break the wall down with the blaster, and then place your melee attacker right in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, maybe not, because it's a power action to do the thing. So a little bit more limited.
Yeah, still TCAM out, shoot, and then you're still moving your whole team right?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. He's got another trait, strategic brilliance, energy shield deflection, force blast, double slash. Adjacent friendly characters with the Xmen keyword can use enhancement. There you go.
Ooh,
You don't even
self
need to.
combos.
You don't even need to have enhancement on your team. That is crazy in silver, just giving your whole team enhancement. I mean, in
They do
modern
have to
still.
be adjacent to him, but that is
I
pretty
mean,
crazy.
yeah.
Especially him comboed with who's that guy from Masters of Time that gives everybody prob on range attacks?
Oh, Jefferson.
Yeah, that's a little nasty combo with Jefferson if you're range attack heavy. R.I.P.
He
running into Prime Bishop though.
he has a special defense power, toughness, and willpower. He has some improved movement on elevated, and then targeting. He can shoot from adjacency and through blocking. He's got 5 range, single target. He's 8 running shots, naked attack power, the special defense, and then naked damage power as well. But he does have a 4 damage, which is nice, top dial. And then, unfortunately, he goes to sidestep, willpower, and perplex is nice, down dial, but
That is really weird for me to be excited about a character that is naked attack for 8 clicks straight.
Yeah.
You don't get that a lot. But still very cool.
Well, at Tomb, you get the pen blast, right?
That's true, then you're pen blasting.
Yeah. But he is 75 points, which is a lot.
Yeah, I'm a little bit conflicted because the abilities and traits are fantastic. The keywords are pretty good in terms of just getting free stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even just him being having vehicle as a keyword, like there's a couple of cool things you can do with that in silver. Like there was that guy from the Ghost Rider set that could just jump on a vehicle's card and give them extra powers. So like there's a couple of things
Frenchie.
Frenchie. There's a couple of things like that in silver that combo really well with this guy. Like his dial's not crazy impressive, but we have leadership, ESD, and force blast all traded. Enhancement is, also guaranteed. I'm not against it.
Yep.
You know what? This dude might be a shoe-in for the glider. Give him precision and combat reflexes on the glider, so he's always a 20 defense. This might be the way. And then he flies too.
Then you're at 90.
Yeah. Big Cyclops.
Instead of trick arrows or a tomb?
Yeah, just for the extra precision strike.
Yeah.
Because he's guaranteed making the attack, so I really wanted to land if I'm putting a lot of effort into this,
Yeah, doing more damage. Yeah.
But I guess I'll hit the non-prime cable. 037A. No team ability. Xmen, Armor, Future, and Soldier. The first trait is 200 times. Probability control. Cable can use it an additional time each turn for each character with the Xmen keyword in your KO area. So the first time you have a X-Men person get KO'd, you can now use prob twice a turn every turn. And the higher that number goes, the more probs you get. Cable's the man. Special attack power, electromagnetic cluster grenade, pulse wave, but characters with the robot or sentinel keywords are dealt 2 damage instead of 1. Pretty solid. And then defense special power is techno-organic virus, invincible, once per turn when Cable takes damage. After resolutions, heal him 1 click. Very solid combo with Invincible, makes him super difficult to take down. I appreciate that that's not a drawback, because they love making cables with drawbacks for that. And improved targeting, hindering for 4 range and 1 bolt. 65 points, running shot at 8 speed, 11 attack with the special attack, 18 defense with the special defense, and 3 damage perplex. After 2 clicks we gain leadership, and after 2 more clicks we gain shape change. And about halfway down the dial we lose the running shot. fairly solid. The probability control thing's really cool. But if you already have that many characters KO'd where like this becomes oppressive, your odds of finishing out the game get lower and lower and lower. What are your thoughts, Dylan?
I wish they would stop tying things to Sentinel. Like, it's cool, but it just totally takes the punch out of it if you're not playing within the set. Even within the set, there's not a ton of robot or Sentinels. Like maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah, and they're mostly like small guys, only 2 HP anyway. All the 15-point like recruits and goons that you can play.
Or at least give them like if they're giant, like give them. That's something you're gonna see outside of sealed, right? Colossal. Sorry.
Yeah. So for
giant
this,
or colossal would be cool too.
I almost want these characters to be good without these bonuses.
Yeah.
And for this bonus to just be kind of flavor stuff for when you do go against the one big person running like Tri-Sentinel at 300 or something crazy.
Give me a reason to play this guy over other pieces.
Yeah, like they should be good in a nutshell. And then they're getting an additional bit of like cool flavor.
Yeah.
If they happen to be going against robot or sentinels. I agree with you. I definitely think if this was Pulse Wave but deal 2 damage, and if it's a robot or sentinel, gain knockback.
Yeah,
that would be a really cool way to add some extra flavor to it. Or since this is the one they used to shut off, maybe they can't use speed or attack powers next turn. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, easily tweaked. But yeah, the defense power is really cool. It's it can be outwitted, so it's not super oppressive, and it's nice to get a cable that's somewhat you're able to think about it, you know?
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Even if you just give them some way to do knockback, pulse wave knockback, range shot, perplex, invincible, pretty good.
Yeah, and another great candidate for Stormbreaker.
Yep.
But go ahead and give me the prime cable.
Yeah, so I don't remember this in the show where he turned all yellow, but I'm excited to get a prime cable that is very playable. He has Marauder, Sentinel, Xmen, Future, Soldier keywords. He is 37B. Unfortunately, some reason he does not have the Xmen team ability, but I think we'll still take a look either way.
Such a
he
hater.
He has a trait called my writhing things of chance, right? Writhing?
Yeah, I think you're right. My writhing things of chance.
It's kind of a weird statement. Running
he's
shot as
he's
free.
from the future. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. And he's yellow, mustard man. Running shot is free, but only if a friendly character named Mr. Sinister or an opposing character has the X-Men keyword. I think that is decent to get, so that is wonderful. We have a movement power, his mother's son. Force blast, period. When Cable uses it, he also knocks back all opposing characters adjacent to the original target. Double slash. When an opposing character knocked back by Cable would take knockback damage, instead they take 3. So that is massive.
Oh, yeah.
Especially to characters that have no reducers, which is a majority of this set. Even without, like, you give this guy a way to do pulse wave,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's pulse waving for 1.
If there's like a weapon he could bring back from the future that was like universal in what it could do, like a universal weapon, something like that.
Something. If only we had that capability.
Yeah, if that existed, and I'm not saying it does, then you've got free running shot with knockback pulse wave dealing 4 damage off the knockback. 1 for the pulse wave, and their powers are still shut off. That's kind of insane.
And then you could just force blast afterwards as well.
In fact, I wonder if that storm even combos with it.
Oh yeah, right? It's just X-Men keyword, I think.
That and Storm is also after resolution, so you can get the knockback pulse wave there for 4. They get all their powers back, and then Storm hits them all back into the wall one more time for more damage.
it's tough. He only has one click of that, so hopefully you don't want to take any kind of tick damage. But
I mean, this is my alpha strike, man. I'm hitting this. I'm
oh
not
yeah,
saving
oh
this
for sure.
grenade to
No.
blow
But
up.
like it's easy to do one tick damage, right? Like
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
and he loses that cool ability. But yeah, you're right. You're sending him in, you're doing that, and then that's pretty much usually game there. And we didn't even mention his special damage power, Force Betrayal. When Cable attacked, opposing characters can't use Mastermind, Shape Change, or Super Senses. So, even without the universal weapon, he's got Pen Blast. He says you can not dodge this attack. So,
yeah, getting through two. Actually, he literally beats all three major rollouts: Shape Change, Senses, and Imperv.
Yeah, it's just invincible you care about.
So that is crazy good.
And then he has improved movement characters. He unfortunately the only downside is his range, 4 range for a prime. Would have been nice to see a 5, but we have single bolt, 8 with the special move power, 12 pen blast, 19 invincible for the whole dial. Whole dial, that's crazy. I mean, that's tough for outwit though. You sometimes it's nice to change up your reducer when you get outwitted, but
I think I'll hold on to. If I have to choose one reducer to have the whole dial,
yeah,
I will happily choose the one that is harder to play through.
Yeah, for sure. Then he has his special damage power for 3 clicks, and then Rob. So
crazy powerful, man.
7 clicks wrong for 60 points, and I think this is going to be one of the top primes for quite a while here.
Because even if you don't go with the whole pulse wave action,
yeah, you don't need to.
You could even just go like any normal item, like even something like Stormbreaker to make this 3 knockback penetrating instead. Like there's so many good things you can put on this character. Even Destroyer armor, giving him the extra speed from the glider. Like there's almost no bad way to do this, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's the way you want to see on a prime, something that's you're glad you can only play one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that I was kind of laughing at while you were doing it is
Terminator.
That if for whatever reason there's no good Mr. Sinister that you like, you can easily play the Forge here, because Forge has Xmen, and so he gives them the adversary with Xmen to guarantee it.
That's funny.
That's top tier right there. And just for anybody who's not aware, because this is free, you can carry him up with someone else, and then even though he can't take a costed action, he can still running shot as free, since it's not costed, do the free pulse wave, and then if you've got that one shot still, practice teamwork, you can now give him the power action to also do another attack on top of it. So your initial alpha strike is ridiculous with this Cable. And you've got a pretty good chance to survive back. So maybe this Cable is the combo with that Cyclops that slingshots him all the way back to you on your second turn.
Yeah, there's a lot of options for this guy.
That dude's crazy. But let me talk about Marvel Girl here. 038, we got Xmen team ability. Dylan would have been sad if it wasn't here. Phoenix Force, Xmen Cosmic, and Ruler are keywords. I think Phoenix Force is actually important because don't we have a Phoenix now that looks for that keyword?
Indeed, yeah. The LE from Worlds.
Oh, yeah. First trait is Madeline fights with me today. Mind control. Excuse me. Place a standard terrain marker within range and line of fire into another square within range and line of fire. We essentially already have this with the TK ring. The benefit here is that you don't need to worry about if the terrain can see the spot it's going to or anything like that. It doesn't need a direct line itself. Marvel Girl just needs to see the spot, see what she wants there, and bang, it's there. So a little bit easier to use. Special attack power, world class, telekinetic, telekinesis, double slash, range. Choose a terrain marker within range and line of fire. Marvel Girl uses Quake as free as if she occupied its... Whoa, what? That is not the word occupied, but I'm assuming that's a typo.
Yeah.
As if she occupied its squares. So this looks really weird at first glance. You're choosing a terrain marker, likely one that you put there yourself, thanks to the other trait, and then quaking from that square. If it helps people think about this, because I saw some questions about this when I was scrolling through the Dice Station Zebra Discord the other day. This seemed to be confusing people, so I'll just kind of clear it up. Think of this more as doing energy explosion from that spot, because you're doing a range quake. The benefit is quake will also destroy the terrain marker because it's within the area that you're doing the quake. So you're essentially exploding the terrain that you're putting there and doing a 2 damage close attack to everybody that's nearby. If you visualize it that way, it probably makes a little bit more sense. But categorically with how the game works, they have to word it this way. Otherwise, the terrain doesn't blow up and you don't actually get the attack. It gets a lot more wordy if they do it a different way. Does that make sense? You follow me there?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good explanation for sure.
Awesome. And then special defense power, mental manipulations. By the way, that was my shout out to Dice Station Zebra. Love those guys. Barrier and super senses, double slash. Opposing characters adjacent to terrain generated or placed by Marvel Girl since the beginning of your last turn must roll for breakaway as if they were adjacent to her. I'm going to read that one more time to see how this interacts with her first trait. Opposing characters adjacent to terrain. Okay, so they have to be actively adjacent to it. For a second there, I was wondering if you could place something, blow it up, and then they'd still have to break away, but thankfully that's not the case. This is 60 points for 6 clicks of life, 5 range double bolts. All that is fantastic. We do fly. 6 square running shot, which is not very far reach, but that's fine. 11 attack with this special TK, 18 defense with this special barrier super senses, and 3 damage perplex. I'm here for it. This is a 60 point range attacker that is bringing her own support, that's bringing a diverse attack portfolio with mind control, a lot of options to move things around, and importantly, you can use this telekinetic little energy explosion thing off of a running shot because it's range. And then halfway down the dial, we turn into sidestep, pulse wave, prob. I don't see anything bad here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think just point-wise is a little expensive, but definitely pretty cool. It would have been nice to see some improved targeting for mind control, but she does some unique stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's little... it'd be nice to be able to throw the phone booth at someone and then wake all their support pieces, you know?
I think this kind of reminds me of the Miss Marvel figure from Disney Plus, where it was like 80 points. She was like a close attacker, plus a TK piece, plus had perplex, and just kind of wore a lot of hats, but was like too many points to get played by anybody other than myself. Mostly because I'm a sadist. This is a lot better priced by comparison. And what I really like is that if they're huddled around their own heart-shaped herb or the phone booth, you can deal with that with the running shot and break it. And then you can also, which by the way, Quake inherently has knockback, which is awesome. And then you can also still use her free placement after the fact to then lock somebody down and make them break away. So I think she is very flexible, but you're going to have to put time into playing Marvel Girl, which may not be the best thing to do, to get the most value out of her because she has so many options. And it's really going to matter what order you're doing things in here to get the most out of it. Cool piece, though.
Indeed. Indeed. I'm always down for something that's unique and not just a charge blades or doing something different, you know?
Absolutely. You were
All right.
excited about this next one.
This next one, I'm just going to go with Mbessa because not sure what the name is, but I think that's a good guess, you know?
You're better than what I was going to do.
She's got the team player ability. She is 039, Mojoverse, Future, and Robot. She has a... Sorry?
I was going to say, and she is unique, which matters a lot here.
Yes, unique. Also, I thought you were going to say she can, more importantly, wildcard to Xmen, so she doesn't lose that.
That's the
At the
modality we want.
beginning of the game, add an extra life token to your sideline. There was a Jubilee earlier in the set that did the same thing, so let's see what that can do here. There is another trait called Mojo Needed Beta Testers. Sideline active. When a friendly character with the Xmen keyword would be KO'd, you may remove any one extra life token from your sideline. If you do, instead turn that character to its last non-KO click, and after resolution, generate Mbessa on her click 5 from your starting line if able, adjacent to that character. So a pseudo kind of chainsaw Wonder Woman ability there for X-Men keywords. And if you play that 25-point Jubilee, then you get... Well, is it a May?
No, you have to generate it if you can.
Yeah, so it doesn't really work with that Jubilee, unfortunately. Then, but
yeah, unless you have a way to guarantee that there's no legal spot for her to come in at, then you'd be able to do it twice. Because if she's not actually able to come in, then she just stays on the sideline, and then you still have the other extra life from the other Jubilee. But that is so niche, it is not worth considering.
But if she's on the map, then you get...
Oh, that's what I'm... Yeah. Oh, you're right. Hold on.
Right?
Yeah, you're right, because sideline active is still active if you're on the map. So you would be able to get both tokens for sure.
Yep. And it's kind of better to play her than to bring her in on 16 defense, but let's check out the rest of her here. She's got a attack power called Roller Cutter. Giant Reach 3, Blades, Claws, Fangs, but may use it when targeting multiple characters and roll separate d6 for each character. So, built-in Ares Bomb.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And she's even got that on that last click she'd come in on.
Mm-hmm. With Exploit. Movement, she has move through characters and elevated. She's got 3 range, double bolts. She's got Hypersonic 8, attack power, Roller Cutter 11, 18 Imperv, Invuln, and 3 Shape Change. And then on her last style, if she was to come in, she's 4 Hype, 11, 16 to Exploit. So pretty great to come in on her last click if you want to play her that way, but also on the field, she's pretty good.
Yeah, if you just need a 50-point range attacker that's got a built-in Ares Bomb. Mm-hmm. And Giant Reach 3 Ares Bomb at that.
Well, yeah, Hypersonic 8, and then Giant Reach 3, like that's...
And ignores elevated for movement, so you can easily get her up onto the high ground where she can see over everybody.
Roller skate up there. And
but I'm going to say the thing I'm most concerned with about this character is this is no cost to have her on the sideline, and I don't care about her being brought in at all. I care about a Hidari Yao type character or this Cable that you can do whatever you want with them. They're good on their own. Your whole team's going to be based around doing their thing. And after the person gets through your one-shots, kills all the non-deities on the force, and finally gets through your character, you have this extra life that you had to spend no points for to keep them up one more time.
Right.
So that has some very real potential.
And if you're able to time it right where they can't just one-tap her, then on your turn you have a giant Ares Bomb with...
a giant Exploit Ares Bomb.
Yeah, so...
This is very, very good. But she's only as good as those other teams are to begin with. You know what I mean? Like Hidari Yao
Yeah.
isn't winning tournaments. I think she's won 2 since she's been out. But characters like that and characters like this Cable are not far from being there on their own. And something like this is something to keep an eye out for. And especially any kind of keyword cheating to bring people over to Xmen to then also have this extra life for them. So Silver, this is a must play. Like
Indeed.
those X-Men teams in Silver are not a freaking joke. And this just brings them one step further. So really cool character. It's going to be fun to play her on the map. I'm going to hate to see her on sidelines.
Right?
Because it doesn't even get beaten by Chair Panther. Like, if she doesn't come on the map, nothing changes. You still save their life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess it does get beaten by Chair Panther because he says they don't get sideline active, right? Oh, well, doesn't matter. Let's move on. I can't stand Chair Panther anyway. 040 Storm. Morlocks, X-Men, Deity, Mystical Ruler. So this is your attacker on your Morlocks theme team with Callisto. Mistress of the Elements is the trait. Force Blast and Sidestep. Great combo for Storm. If Storm occupies outdoor terrain, modify her combat values +1, and she can use Giant Reach 3 and Quake. +1 all combat values is insane. Let's see what the rest of her is first, though. We have Energy Shield Deflection and Willpower on Special Defense. And then double slash, opposing characters within 6 squares half their range value. I looked this up before I came over of how that works with something like Hypersonic, for example. And essentially, any kind of replacement value, which is what that is, will any of the same type of replacement values will stack on top of each other. So if you hypersonic into Storm's range, you're going to half your range just from the hypersonic, and then that half is going to be halved again if you're within her 6. So there's a very real chance you're going to come in here with 4 range and then have 1 range by the time you're trying to take a shot. So that is a very big deal here. Her actual point line, though, is 65 points for 9 clicks. That is very healthy. 6 range with triple bolts. Remember, if she's outdoor, these are all going to be buffed by 1. She flies, and then she's 10 speed with stealth, 11 attack, energy explosion, 18 defense, and 3 damage leadership. So if she's outdoors, that's 7 range, 11, 12, 19 for 4, which is a very impressive stat line.
Yeah.
So no pin blast or anything, no precision. This is just energy explosion with knockback, which is always good. So overall, I'd say probably a good candidate for a number of different equipment that's really going to help her offensively, because energy explosion is not going to get you there against a normal team. Like, reducers are going around like crazy right now. But she's not bad. What you think?
I think if she's outside, she's awesome. If she's inside, it's tough.
Yeah, because
Giant Reach Quake 3 is pretty sick. But yeah, some equipment will help her get there, I think.
even
clicks,
like a universal weapon to have her do like pin blast or precision to just beat defenses a little bit easier,
yeah,
is going to make her quite a bit better. But sidestep with 6 or 7 range, I mean, that's over half the map right there. No improved targeting, though. And no improved... Well, Flight's got a lot of improved movement. But no improved targeting is going to make that big range kind of difficult on some maps. But I like it.
Yeah.
Hit us with Rogue.
Oh, Rogue again. Woo!
Your favorite.
Team player. 041A. Brotherhood of Mutant. X-Men. 2 keywords. Heads up is her trait. Once per turn, when Rogue knocks back an opposing character, after resolution, she may take Holy crap. After resolution, she may make a close attack targeting all opposing characters adjacent to the character she knocked back, regardless of adjacency to her. So big knockback.
Yeah, so she, just to make sure I understand how it works, she knocks back one character in some way, shape, or form. And then after that attack's done, then she makes a close attack targeting all opposing characters adjacent to the character she knocked back, which is singular. So if you are able to knock back multiple characters, I think we need a judge ruling to figure out what happens from there.
Yeah, because she only has one, but if she can get away to target more.
Yeah, there's plenty of ways to cheat that out to make that possible.
Yeah.
Even just, giving her Quake somehow could easily have her knock back 2 or 3 people. So hopefully we can get a weigh in on a judge for that, but I'll let you keep going.
Next trait is Sugar, I Can't Feel You. If a friendly character with the Xmen keyword is in your KO area, Rogue can use Battle Fury and Hypersonic. If any of those characters are named Gambit or Magneto, also modify your combat values +1.
Sick.
That's pretty huge. She has a special attack power, her whole dial, called How About We Spice Up Them Rules, Super Strength, Double Slash. Rogue can knock back larger characters.
That's pretty cool.
She has improved movement, destroy blocking. She is 2-point lines, 125 and 75, 0 range. She's a flyer, starts with charge, has that attack by her whole dial, invincible, and then close combat expert. On her lower dial, same thing, except she loses invincible for
Invuln.
And yeah.
Yeah, I know you're not a big fan of Rogue, but this is a pretty cool take on the very punch-heavy Rogue. And she does have super strength naturally, so she at least does her own trait without any help. Like, she doesn't need equipment or anything.
Knockback, yeah. I think, 10 hypersonic if someone's dead, and then she's an 11, 12, 25.
Well, and she's got close combat expert, so she's +1 attack and damage on top of the +1 from someone KO'd.
Mm-hmm. I think more realistically, you're playing her at 75, but still 9, 12, 19, 4 plus your +1 attack and damage there is pretty solid.
This is the first rogue that doesn't
get me excited. You're excited?
I was going to say, this is the first rogue that doesn't steal powers.
Yeah, just big punch?
Yeah, just very punchy.
Mm-hmm.
I will go ahead and take over the Prime, though. 041B.
Another Prime?
Yeah. This is, 2 Primes in the Super Rare slot and a Prime Rogue, which we're not really short on, kind of like Magneto's in Modern. If you're reaching for one, there's going to be one for you to find. Rogue has the team player team ability, Brotherhood of Mutants, Xmen, and Brute. That's a really cool keyword for your primes. There's not a lot of Brute primes, but there is a decent amount of Brute support now, thanks to Smash and Destroy. First trait is you won't be needing this. Energy Shield Deflection. Double Slash. When Rogue hits an equipped character, you may immediately unequip their equipment. Then, if Rogue is not equipped, she may equip that equipment. So if anybody is... this is very interestingly worded, because normally, if you steal equipment, you keep the new thing you grabbed and you have to drop the old thing, is how that generally works. Here, she's just taking the equipment off of you, and then if she has nothing, she gets yours. Which is kind of cool, and if you paid the points to give her an equipment, she still takes your thing away, but she gets to hold on to hers because she doesn't have to equip it anymore. So, really well done by whoever designed that. That could have been a problem. Second trait is Skip the Hogwash. Opposing characters can't choose or target Rogue except for attacks. So she can't be outwitted, she can't be perplexed. Opposing characters cannot prob her either. She can't be chosen for Collector. So that gets around quite a few things. If Rogue moved this turn, she has free, make a close attack or a capital close terrain action as free. And that's lowercase moved. And that is an either or. So if she moves multiple times, she doesn't get to double down on that, because it is all still the same free action. So you're going to get that one time and that's it. And then special damage power, which is for the first 3 clicks. Honey, this ain't that sort of probe. Outwit, when Rogue uses it to target an adjacent character, she can use the chosen power until she chooses again, even if this power is lost. Which is really cool, because whatever you choose last, like let's say you take a power and then you get hit like way off that click, doesn't matter, you still keep the power, which is kind of dope. Improved movement, characters, and destroy blocking. Destroy blocking is so important in the metagame right now. For 100 points, it's 7 clicks, a little bit below rate. 4 range double bolts. She does fly. Hypersonic for 9, 12 attack, super strength, 19 defense, invincible, and then that 4 damage special outwit. She drops to a charge piece. She gains life steal at about halfway down the dial. In the last couple of clicks, she's got imperv, and eventually gets Battle Fury for a little bit. All in all, this is going to be a really boxy rogue. She's going to be very hard to hit from range with that trait of DSD. She's going to be stripping your equipment away, hypersonicking with improved movement characters, and making a couple of attacks. So for 100 points, this is kind of what I want Rogue to be, honestly. Taking your stuff away, getting more.
It's she has something that I don't think any other character has, where it's protected outwit without any way of getting around it.
That's true. She just can't be targeted.
As I know, right?
Even something like the new Silver Surfer, who just removes your protected or safeguard outwit, still can't get around this, because you've got to target them in order to do that. I think the only way to avoid this is something like the Detective Batman from Masters of Time, which just has an AoE effect of, if you come in this range, you can't use this.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to bring up. I thought I was going to bring up Cosmo, but
Cosmo's good too.
A modern one that can do that, so I guess there's always a way, but
it's so rare. Like,
yeah,
even as a big proponent of detectives, and that's probably that Batman's only home, he still gets cut from the team a lot. So I think if you're playing this rogue, you can be very confident that whatever you put on her, you're going to have on her.
Indeed. All right, Emma Frost, Xmen team ability, 042A. Hellfire Glove, Xmen Politician Ruler. She has a trait, Surviving Geonosia. Once per game, when Emma Frost would be KO'd, instead choose 1. Replace her with her 42B on click 4, or turn Emma to click 6, then heal all friendly characters 1 click. Protected Hulse Wave. She has another trait, Behind the Scenes. Leadership, when Emma Frost would use it on her display. When Emma Frost uses it or her displayed damage power, she considers friendly characters that share a keyword with her as adjacent. So she can use Empower from range and Leadership from range, which is pretty cool.
And that's not even within her range. That's just if you have her keyword, she's got you.
Yeah.
So that's cross-map leadership, cross-map empower.
Empower from downtown, yeah. She has target 3 characters, triple bolts, 6 movement mind control. They really like their no-move mind control pieces here.
I mean, it's thematic for X-Men. That's like the House of Telepaths.
Yeah. She has 11 in cap, 18 super senses, and 3 empower. Down dial, she gets precision and prob, and a little bit of outwit in the middle there.
What you thinking?
I think there's better options. I mean, she does something unique with the empower and leadership cross map, so that is pretty cool. But I think I'm just choosing Professor X over her every time. What about you?
Yeah, I do like that she's playable without her B side. Like, I really dislike when we've got the A and B side where the B's the prime. That the A side is basically reliant on that prime existing to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I find that really annoying because I would like my super rare to be super rare level powerful. And I like that this character does something cool, healing all friendly characters and preventing her own death, which is awesome. Plus is protected from Pulse Wave. And this like 60 points and 50 points I think are very special point lines. Purely because they're evenly divided into 300. And so the 60 point line where you can have 5 characters, each character needs to be able to support a little bit, like do something for the team, plus hold their own and do their own thing to be worth it. And characters like this that are multifaceted, where I'm giving AoE damage buffs, I am a leadership that's cross-map, we don't have to huddle together, plus I'm doing triple mind control. I just need a little bit of help. Someone please TK me into the team so I can do it. That's kind of all I want in a 60-point character. Like, she may not be the standout star of the show, but you're going to feel her presence on that team. And hopefully there's other characters to put with it to really make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
We got anything else before I jump to the B side?
Nope.
All right. Here's the prime. I'm going to need your help on this one because I have read this prime before and don't truly believe in it. But everything else I hear online, because I'm constantly prowling Reddit, Facebook, whatever, just trying to keep conversation about the game as much as possible. I hear about this character all the time, and I have yet to be sold. So hopefully you can be the voice here and push me over the edge. This is 042B Emma Frost, Xmen team ability, Hellfire Club Xmen Politician Ruler. And we have the trait Secondary Mutation. Emma Frost starts the game with 3 diamond tokens. Keep in mind that starts the game, so if you bring her in off of the A side, she actually will not get these, because that has already... I believe that time has already passed, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong. When Emma Frost would take damage, if she has any diamond tokens, she may remove one instead of taking damage. You know, maybe I'm wrong, because it's when Emma starts the game, so maybe she does get that.
I was just gonna say it's whenever she starts the game, so it's when she's coming onto the map. So
Okay, that's nice then.
Yep.
Second trait is Pressure Makes Diamonds. When an opposing character targets a friendly character with Outwit or Perplex, after resolutions you may give Emma Frost a diamond token. So if I'm the one playing Emma and you target another character I have with Perplex, I can get another diamond token, even though you didn't target Emma herself. Am I reading that right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just stacking these diamond tokens and using those instead of taking damage. Special defense, protecting Genosha, defend and invincible. She is 60 points for 6 clicks. Improved movement characters, 0 range double bolts, and we are a charge quake exploit piece, 8, 11, 19, and 3. Then we drop down to sidestep and outwit, and the back end we end up with flurry, precision strike, close combat expert, and invuln. So yeah, she's going to be very hard to kill. She is not immune to outwit or perplex herself, but it's going to be very hard to kill her, because if you outwit her, she is then only taking 1 damage.
Yeah, he's staying alive.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be one of those where if you're playing Emma Frost, your game's probably going to go to time if you don't win. And I imagine Emma's just going to be chilling, just still alive, hanging out. My issue with this character, and the reason that I'm not 100% sold on it, is that this secondary mutation is not protected pulse wave. We have multiple characters that exist in the game right now that thrive off of multi-damage pulse wave.
Mm-hmm.
that are going to happily chew through this. Also, this isn't a May. So I would need some help understanding if when she gets knocked back, if she's forced to remove one of these.
Oh no. When she would take damage.
I guess it's take damage, not like dealt damage. So I think as long as her reducer covers it, she'll be fine.
It's a May, you donkey. She may remove one.
Oh, may remove one, yeah. But yeah, I'm just worried about her kind of being the last character standing and trying to finish the game with an 11 attack.
I think you just ignore her. You outwit the defend, and I mean,
I will say that if someone gives her too much respect and is like, "Oh my God, I can't use outwit or perplex because I'll never be able to kill her," and they just decide that those two powers are off limits, then you might have a real game. But that's not exactly what this power says. So
just needs something else.
Yeah, I guess if your opponent is incredibly risk adverse, that'll work. But this is the same problem I have with like the really big 2x2s from Masters of Time, like the big T-Rex. That character can be as hard to kill and as dangerous as ever, but if I can just outwit your charge, I'm going to just outwit your charge and stay away from you.
Yeah.
Like, that is very, very hard to deal with for some characters getting on the receiving end of being outwitted like that. And if she's your last one alive, there's nothing stopping me from playing that way. And I'm going to sink, 3-4 attacks into you, outwit your charge, and you say go. And she doesn't have willpower, so she's not going to be able to stay up on action tokens. So if you're going to be playing this Emma Frost and you're telling me that this is the best thing since sliced bread, you need to really make use of this character, put her into the action, make me deal with her and respect her. Because if you just let me run around her and ignore her, I'm going to.
She needs some kind of thing to use her diamond tokens offensively, I think, to...
Yo, you know what?
Like if she could boost her damage or something with them.
What if you give her the orange ring? And now she has plasticity and you can't get away from her.
Yeah, that's something. I think Animal Man's the better call because then you can switch.
Yeah, then you can... Ooh, that's a really good call because then you can't just outwit her charge. Because then she can just choose hypersonic or something and get in your face anyway.
Yeah. And close combat expert. You can get some other things.
Yeah,
but then you're throwing Animal Man on her instead of somebody else as well. But
I mean, if this is your prime and you really believe in it, that's not a bad place for him.
That's true, yeah. That's what am I talking about? It's your prime. You're not worried about wasting Animal Man. No, she's... I just wish she did something different with the tokens too, so you couldn't... if someone just ignores her, she can do some more damage, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to wait to see her in action. I might even try to do a team build with her, just so I can, figure out how I would do it if I happen to open her. I really doubt it. I tend to not have very much luck with opening outside of DC sets. But if I happen to get her or borrow her, I'll build a team, see if I can make her work, and maybe I can convince myself that way. Because I'm a firm believer that every piece has a home. You just got to find it.
Yeah, I'd like to see how it works. But up next, we finally have a one-man army Magneto here.
Yeah, we've been hurting for those.
Been a long time. He's got the Brotherhood of Mutants and X-Men team ability, 043. Brotherhood of Mutants, X-Men Celebrity, Politician, and Ruler. He's got a trait called Global EMP. And it's Force Blast, /. Characters named Magneto, with one or more action tokens. Characters not named Magneto. That would be real bad if it...
I was going to say, it's very important that it's worded this way.
Yeah. Characters not named Magneto with one or more action tokens can't be given costed actions. So Once you have one action on you,
You're done.
you cannot do another one. But that includes your team as well.
Yep.
If you don't just have Magnetos on your team. So that is very interesting.
Yeah, already
has another-
powerful.
Yeah. Next trait is the metal to do what is necessary. Incap willpower, double slash. Free if Magneto has no action tokens, make an attack with an additional bolt for each debris marker within range. So there is, as far as I know, no cap to that because that is not a
Yeah, it's not an
combat
actual stat.
value, right? So you can have as many targets as debris. So that is a little wild.
Yeah,
He has
especially with
a-
some of his improved movement.
Yeah, he has a special defense power called "The Feud Is Over." Stop. Energy shield deflection, invincible, double slash. When this click is revealed, after resolutions, give an opposing character an action token. Then deal that character 1 pen for each action token on them. So that is stop click. He has 2 of those. He is 10 clicks wrong for 250. He's got improved movement blocking, improved targeting, see-through characters and blocking. He's got 6 range, one bolt. He is a 10, 12, 24. Running shot, pen blast, invincible, and range combat expert. He goes down to imperv, and then he has prob on his stop clicks. In the middle of his dial, he also has pulse wave for a couple clicks and sidestep. So another pretty cool Magneto, big hitter. He does do something cool with that. Remake an attack for each additional target, so that can be huge for sure. I think Jay had something a little special to put on this guy.
Oh yeah. I will note that I do like I said, the additional ways to create debris by either moving through blocking or shooting through it. So you're going to be able to do this quite a bit. I will say that this Magneto is outwittable.
Which is tough for 250.
Yeah, so it is possible to carry up your outwit piece. Like, let's say your prob piece has flying, right? You carry the outwit up with you. You use the outwit to outwit Magneto, and then you still have 3 actions to like sink attacks into this dude. And do your best to kind of burn through the dial. You're going to have to take a turn off, reset, and that's where you're going to kind of run into problems with this Magneto, because the turns that you clear are the turns that he's using in cap to put the pieces right back on you. So you could get stuck in a loop of, oh crap, Magneto hit me, my whole team needs to clear now. Next turn, Magneto attacks everybody and just does it again. And so, especially if Magneto is succeeding these willpower rolls where you can go, okay, sure, free, I'm going to do all my incaps. Now you all have tokens, and then I'm going to do my costed action attack. Next turn I'm going to clear, then I'm going to do my incap, costed action. Like, you can get stuck in that loop and just have a non-game.
Nightmare.
Yeah, but what I think makes this Magneto very good is a very simple equipment that came out with Dream. Everybody's already seen the Dream Ruby go into play. Everybody's complained about how expensive the Dream Helm is. But this is where the Pouch of Sand comes in handy. This character gains an extra bolt. That's just flat, which means Magneto's even going to get that benefit on his free actions. And more importantly, Magneto has Incapacitate. So now, whenever that character uses Incapacitate, they're going to heal 1 for each hit character. And so when we look back at that Magneto, you now have a character that's going to not only put action tokens on you and make you take the turn off, but it's also going to be healing 1 for each character they do that to. And now they're going to have a default of 2 bolts instead of 1, and still gaining the extra 1 on this free attack for debris. So this Magneto is going to be able to incap your 3 to 4 people on your team. Most teams only have 2 to 3 good attackers, so the chances of your attackers not getting targeted gets lower and lower. And more importantly, now we're healing 2 clicks or 3 clicks. If I take a turn where I'm really down bad and just need to heal off these stop clicks, I'm going to free in-cap, and then I might even cost it in-cap after, just to heal as much as possible. And since we've got range combat expert, this is 13 attack we're hitting here for these in-caps trying to heal. And if you can't get me past this stop click because one of your attackers always has a token on them, that's it. Like, that's up. Good luck.
Yep.
So this dude's got...
Nighty-night.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential for this Magneto, especially because he's 50 points short of 300. You can do one-shots. You can put support characters on here. There's a lot you can do with 50 points.
Mm-hmm.
And he's normal size, so you're good on equipment. And even though he is outwittable, he attacks the other team through action economy, which does make him uniquely very bad against big characters with big willpowers. Because if you have Battle Fury on your massive character, so I can't even give you a token, and you have a 3 to 6 willpower, like, you might just beat my ass into the ground, and I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So this character is a very uniquely like rock, paper, scissors type character where it's going to be a race for me to kill your big guy, and then I'm just cleaning up the little guys.
I'm bringing this against your multiple men.
100%, please do. I would love to beat the bricks off another Magneto. This one will be a little bit more balanced than...
Magneto with the pocket sand.
Yeah, pocket sand Magneto. I don't know. I think this dude has the potential to make people very mad. If you play this Magneto against a new player, I'm sorry, but you're a dick.
So which Magneto is more of a dick? The one that minuses its values for the tokens, or this one?
I think this one, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the other one feels bad, but the game's over pretty quick. This one, the game is not over. This is the equivalent of playing against like a mill deck in like Magic or something, where you're just watching your whole deck go into the graveyard and you can't do anything about it, and then you just lose.
Sounds toxic.
Yeah, like the play pattern here is not friendly. But I've been talking a lot about that dude, so I'll give you Nightcrawler too. Just we're actually taking turns talking here.
Alright, we got Nightcrawler, Xmen team ability, 044, Xmen martial artist. He's got a trait called Bamf. When Nightcrawler moves, after resolutions, you may generate a Bamf marker in a square he moved through, then remove any of his other Bamf markers on the map. Double slash. When Nightcrawler is missed by an opposing attack, you may immediately place him in a square with a Bamf marker. He has another trait, Everywhere at Once, Super Senses, traded, but succeeds on a 4 through 6. He has a special attack power. No, my friend, 9. Blades, Claws, Fangs, Precision Strike, Jay's favorite power. When Nightcrawler uses Blades, Claws, Fangs, after his illusions, you may place him up to 3 squares away from his current square and make an attack. This power may be triggered up to twice per turn. So he has ignore character movement and through blocking. So he does struggle. Oh no, he's got flying, so he does not struggle with elevated. That's nice. He is a 2-point lines, 75 and 40. Top dial, he is Flyer, 7 Hypersonic. He has a special attack power at 11, 18 willpower, 3 damage. On his low dial, he has Flurry, Blades, Close Combat, or Combat Reflexes, and Exploit. And then he gets Hype and the attack power on the last 2 clicks there. But yeah, pretty cool Nightcrawler. It's going to be pretty awesome to be doing a bunch of attacks a turns and being able to move and jump around like Nightcrawler should. Great sculpt too. Got the 3 swords.
Yeah, with the sword on the tail.
I love him. He is my most wanted chase, I believe, from the set.
Mine's definitely Jubilee, but
Jubilee, yeah. Jubilee's cool too.
I think what I really want to do is play multiple Nightcrawlers together So that way you can...
He is unique, my friend.
This one is. The others are not.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
also
they're
create BAMF markers.
Yeah.
So that way it feels like you're... You know the intro to, I think it's the
X2?
second X-Men movie where he's like
when he's in
fighting
the
the
warehouse.
White House?
Yeah.
You could essentially play that way where they feel like they're fighting an army, but it's just, you playing 3 Nightcrawlers and each of them are leaving BAMF markers. So if they get missed, whoop, and then there's still 2 other BAMF markers for the other ones.
It's too bad they capped it. It would have been nice to just infinite loop this, Just make it if he has to hit.
Oh, you mean for the blades one? Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. Make him have to hit and give him the old school hypersonic where he gets -1 attack per hit or something.
I didn't even realize that he doesn't have to hit for this power.
Mm-hmm.
It's just after res.
Yep.
So he's getting his 3 attacks a turn.
Yeah.
And if you... when you first do the hype, let's say you place the BAMF marker in the very first square you move through. You can then go your full 7, attack someone on, let's say, square 8. You then go forward 3 squares, so you're on square 11. Attack someone else or whiff the attack. For this, it doesn't matter. And then you can go 3 more squares forward.
Take out their support.
And now you're hitting the back line for 1 last attack. And then as soon as someone misses you, poof, you're all the way back to the beginning where you put that very first BAMF marker. This dude is going to feel like you can go wherever you want, hit whoever you need. And on a 4 through 6 senses, you got a 50% chance to get right back to where you started.
Yeah, give him Spider-Man somehow and some kind of boosted damage equipment, right? Even just close combat or combat expert, right?
Yeah.
Make him a 12 for 4.
Anything.
Yeah.
This dude's going to be very fun to play. And you're going to be able to... If you spot a weakness on that team or someone who's fragile, you're going to be able to get to him.
And important too, his Blades Claw's Fangs isn't tied to the power, so it's any blades he can use that from.
No, it's anytime there's not a double slash, it's self-referencing the power.
Oh no, is it?
Yeah, that's like the
slash is what it is?
Yeah, that's like the Kilowog that cares about willpower. It's got to be his willpower. You can't give him giant size. It is unfortunate, but this is still freaking dope because Ares triggers off of his own blades as well. So you could easily get this dude in position for an Ares bomb and keep going.
So I guess we got to give him Exploit then, maybe.
I mean, you give him Animal Man, you got whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I'll do Cyclops here. This Cyclops is so freaking cool, man. 045.
Just sculpt alone.
Yeah, the sculpt by itself is sick.
Yeah, it could have been a blank dial.
Facts. X-Men team ability, probably the most powerful one in the set. Starjammers, X-Men, Marksman, Martial Artist, Pilot, and Vehicle for the keywords. We got the Smooth Operator trait. Force Blast. When Cyclops makes an attack after resolutions, he may knock himself back 2 squares in any direction. I fully understand that Cyclops' eyes don't actually knock himself back. I get that they're, a door to the Force dimension or whatever the new retcon is. But this is just cool, man. I freaking love it. When Cyclops hits and there is a 5 in the result of the finalized attack roll, after resolutions he may make a ranged attack, but only to target a character he hasn't attacked this turn. This can be repeated. That's freaking sick, and he's got probs. You can fish for it if you want.
And that's where your Hellfire Galas come in as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can make an attack, shimmy 2 steps, make another attack, go 2 steps. Oh, this dude is just sweet, man.
I like how they put 2 scenes of Cyclops into one character here from that show.
Which is awesome.
Yeah,
second trait, definitely the good guy. Leadership willpower. When Cyclops uses either and succeeds after resolutions, he may move a friendly character with the X-Men keyword up to 2 squares. That is a lowercase move, so you will have to break away if required. But if you have a character like, I don't know, a starter kit Superman, where we can keyword cheat them onto Xmen, and then like you can get some crazy stuff with it. Obviously not like hyper competitive viable because the keyword cheating's so expensive in this set, but in silver, there's some cool options here. And in modern, this is just going to be a really fun way to shift people around, make better use out of these characters with lower ranges or the characters without sidestep. You can just kind of shift them into place as you need. Special defense power, which we get halfway down the dial, is I surrender. Not stop, toughness, double slash. Once per game when this click is revealed, after resolutions, knock back all opposing characters within range. So super, super cool. 70 points. He shoots out of adjacency. Of course he does. He's Cyclops, man. 5 range, double bolts. He is normal speed, 8 speed with sidestep, 12 attack with precision, 18 toughness, and 3 damage prob. We lose the prob pretty quick and go to range combat expert. And then once we're on the stop click, we end up with leap climb for the rest of the way and combat reflexes the rest of the way as well. So pretty cool dial. He himself is not a massive offensive threat, but he could be with, martial artists giving him penetrating damage thanks to a tomb, giving him an extra range. Now he's got precision strike and always dealing penetrating. Plus he's got the stop click to keep him alive, and he's a really great leader. So
unfortunately, with a tomb, he's killing himself if he hits a bunch of times in one turn.
That's fine.
Goes out in a blaze of glory.
Yep. Every attack you'd make when you have a tomb actually hurts you, but yeah. I don't care, man. Or you can even give him the trick arrows.
Yep.
That's a pretty solid. And then you kind of got this like range attacking support piece that's also your leadership. This is cool, dude. He may not be the most viable piece, like competitively. Like I don't think Cyclops is winning worlds, but I'm down to play him and have some great freaking games.
He's having fun.
Yeah, like this is enjoying Heroclix is playing this character.
Yeah.
Take me on to Jubilee.
On to Jubilee, our critically. Usually, I have the problem with 10 attack, but I see a lot of people not into this piece, which is crazy. We got Jubilee, Xmen team ability, of course, 046. She has a special attack power. Slay him with the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Knockback, double slash, pulse wave. Love that combo. When Jubilee uses it, you may instead target a single opposing character within range along a direct line of fire. If you do, she deals her printed damage value instead, which she is printed 4. So there was a prime Nimrod not too long ago that did this, but he was a prime and also 125 points. So to get this for 45 points is pretty insane.
I will also say that the direct line of fire works differently. Like that phrasing on a direct line of fire.
Yeah, diagonal or straight.
Yeah, so that means straights or diagonals. And normally in Heroclix, if you shoot along a diagonal line, you actually kind of like round each corner, choosing between the 2 connecting corners opposite of you. I'll have a video on this shortly to explain it. This specifically works purely on each diagonal square. So this ability can actually shoot around things that you wouldn't normally be able to do because of that wording, direct line. It's not used very often in Heroclix for that reason, but when it is worth knowing just because it does function slightly differently on diagonals.
I'm excited to watch this video.
I know, bro. I know you struggle with line of fire, but I hate this wording in Heroclix because it works differently. Like this
Fair
wording
enough.
is how people think line of fire works on diagonals, even though it doesn't.
You know what's cool about this set? They uniquely have stop clicks in the middle of the dial on multiple characters.
Yeah, I love it.
Just have it on the end, which is very cool. You don't feel like you're on the edge of your dial anymore. She has a special stop click here, flashbang. Stop, double slash. When this click is first revealed, after resolutions, give all opposing characters within range and line of fire an action token. So that's pretty good. Giving out some tokens. She targets through blocking, so a pulse wave do 4 damage to someone through a wall. That's seems fun.
Yeah, good luck probbing that. There's a wall between
Yeah.
us.
She has 4 range, 1 bolt. She is 8 running shot, 10 that special pulse wave, 17 super senses, 4 damage per op.
Yeah, so to get the most out of this character, you're gonna have to fully understand how Pulse Wave works. Because you don't need line of fire to characters to shut off their powers. That's just within your range. And for destroy blocking on range attacks, that blocking is destroyed after the attack finishes. So you can line up the attack through the wall and shoot them through it and still have the line of fire to you be covered from other things on the other side of that wall. So knowing...
And not have to worry about hitting your own characters with the pulse wave.
Exactly. So you're gonna have to know how Pulse Wave works. You're gonna have to have like solid positioning. But if you do, you are paid off for it. Because if you're inside your own team, we'll just do the full printed to one person instead. And they still get knocked back. So that's actually 5 damage to that person. And you got a prob to help you hit it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and with how prevalent Pulse Perplex is now, it's super easy to get her up at least 1 or 2 clicks, right?
Exactly. Like, this character is going to be counted out by a lot of people just because the Dastardly Quinn exists, who's also a really good cheap pulse waver with knockback that doesn't have to hit your own team. And she's harder to kill, to be fair, the Dastardly Quinn is. But this Jubilee is such a bigger offensive powerhouse that it's worth the extra, 15 points? So I'm looking forward to seeing her on the map and just deleting someone from existence.
Yeah. I love that Nimrod, so I'll be definitely playing this one for sure. Jubilee that actually can do some damage here.
Yeah. And then we got Madeline Pryor, 047. Oh, what you got?
Sorry, forgot to mention Jubilee only has 1 keyword. That is pretty rare.
Yeah, just Xmen. You normally see that on bystanders.
Yeah, wild. Sorry, go ahead.
You're all good. She knows where she belongs. Xmen for life. So we got Madeline Pryor here. Unique ring, 047. Power Cosmic team ability and Mystics team ability. That is not common in the set at all. Marauders, Xmen, Monster, Mystical, and Ruler for the keywords. The first trait is Welcome to My Inferno. At the beginning of the game, generate 4 Phantasm bystanders into your starting area. / friendly bystanders within range can use Madeline Pryor's displayed damage power. So let's check out these bystanders real quick just so we know what we're getting. Oh, that looked like a weird team ability, that little blue diamond. Phantasms are 4 range, 1 bolt. They have flight, 6 speed charge, 10 attack just naked, 17 defense with toughness, and 3 damage shape change. So close attacking with this charge and shape change to stay alive, and then 4 range, plus they fly so they can carry each other and others. And keep in mind you're getting 4 of these, and they're all going to have access to whatever Madeline Pryor's damage power is. Second trait, a nothing person from a nowhere place. I think we have another spelling error here. We have Inner shield deflection, shape change.
That's enhanced version.
Yeah, that's plus 3 right there if I'm reading that right. Yep. / mind control as free, but only if a friendly character used shape change and succeeded since your last turn. That is a really easy thing to be able to accomplish. Thanks to the phone booth existing, giving out shape change. Thanks to Spider Noir giving shape change to anybody in smoke. Like, there's a lot of shape change floating about. Like, this is something you just have to deal with. And all 4 of her phantasms also have shape change. So she's going to be able to mind control as free more often than not. She's 100 points for 7 clicks, so a bit below rate there. 4 range with 1 bolt, which is kind of tough if we're looking to do free mind controls. She does fly. 10 speed running shot. That's fantastic. 12 attack pulse wave. 19 defense mastermind. 4 damage prob. She's got that for her first couple clicks. Middle of the dial, we go to sidestep, precision, and perplex. And then we pick up barrier, and our last 2 clicks are mind control, TK, barrier, and outwit. So top dial, I know people are going to look at this and be like, oh my god, Jay, you're spending 100 points for no defense power? Are you crazy? Jay, what are you doing? I have 4 things to mastermind to. Like, go F yourself, man. People underestimate how powerful mastermind is, especially when you fly and you can carry the masterminds around with you. Not to mention, she's normal size. She can put any equipment on her you want. You can give her that reducer no problem. She doesn't have any improved targeting, so this is a fantastic use case for the destroyer armor, making her giant, turning her into a 21 defense with 4 mastermind targets. And she's 100 points. She's going to be able to mastermind to almost anything she freaking wants, just because she's more points than them. This is solid, man.
You like it?
I do like it. Freaking 5 speed to go, like, for the running shot. Like, you're moving 5 and then shooting 4. Like, 1 bolt's kind of tough. I would love her to have, like, 2 bolts or 3 bolts like some of the other mind controllers in the set.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm starting the game with 5 probs. Because all of the
nice.
pogs can use prob.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. Like, she might... This reminds me of Morgan Le Fay. Like
Sorry?
The Morgan Le Fay in silver before she got the new card basically let her use every speed power in the game, so she was largely like a running shot mind control piece, and she could always use it until she missed an attack. This kind of gives me those same vibes in terms of, like, that's how you want to play it. And generating the bystanders to keep yourself alive is freaking solid. Also a good candidate for the what you call that thing? The glider. Because precision strike on her is going to be really solid for landing those mind controls. Especially if you only have 1 bolt. Like, if you need to hit that mind control, that's how you're going to do it.
Oh, makes sense. I'm excited to have a trader for you here, you know?
Hey, that's fair, man. This is one of those figures that everybody at locals is going to be like, yeah, this piece is pretty bad. Like, I'm not going to play it. And then I play it one time and people are terrified of it.
Excited to see it.
Yeah, I know how you people operate.
Next, we got Mr. Sinister 048. He is not Xmen team player. We have Marauders, Savage Land, Sentinel Pass Scientist. He's got a big trait here, big old paragraph, Twisted Experiments. At the beginning of the game, choose an opposing character and generate a clone bystander. This game, the clone bystander is considered to have the same name as the chosen character and can use the standard powers the chosen character can use, and may replace its combat values with the displayed values of the chosen character. // When the clone bystander would be KO'd, roll a d6, 5 to 6, instead the clone is not KO'd. Protected Pulse Wave. So let's take a look at the clone. He is just standard powers, but he's taking your opponent's powers, so he's just naked 5'9", 16'2".
Yeah.
And then we take a look at his special damage power. I know your genes, Gene. Outwit Perplex Prob. You know, he brings all of them.
He does it all.
All the support powers. He does pop all by himself. When Sinister uses them, he may choose that he has a range of 8, and lines of fires he draws cannot be blocked. If he does, he may only target characters that share a name with another character on the map. So, if they have a big guy, you choose that guy. Your clone and him have the same, so you can always prob his attacks and your clone's attacks with the clone's target perplex your clone. So that is pretty huge. He has a improved movement characters. He is 100 or 50 at his 100-point line. He is 8 running shot, 11 precision, 19 imperv, 3 with that special damage power. His low dial, he has stealth, precision, 19 mastermind at 50. That's great. And 2 damage with that special power. In the middle, he gets some sidestep and pen blast, but that's not super important. I think this guy's awesome. I think you play him at 50, and surely your opponent's going to have a good clone target, and you have a free bystander to play that they cannot ignore, and it can possibly come back. You can play it with dice manipulators like Major Logan to up that dice roll. And it always feels bad when you have to target and kill a Pog that you get nothing for. So I dig this guy a lot. Brings all this 3 support powers you want. And
any
yeah,
scientist
super cool.
and the
and he's
Pog
in the shadows. He's in the shadows, man.
And the Pog he makes is also going to get his keyword, so it's also going to be scientist. So he's a shoe-in for any of those teams. Just a clerical note here, because we saw this same wording where at the beginning of the game, you make this thing, and then it says this game they have the same name and same powers. That just checks that one time when you first make the clone bystander. So your bystander is going to have all the powers and abilities that you chose right then at that time. So if that other character gains more powers or loses powers throughout the game, it's not going to affect your clone at all. And similarly, if your clone gains or loses anything, it's not going to affect the original. Because that's the same wording that the past cap has. And that's why like any generated characters with past don't also gain the Avengers nonsense.
So when he replaces the values, it may replace its combat values. That always just takes from the start of the game?
Yeah, so whatever they start on, however they start the game when you make the bystander, that's what you're getting. So any of these characters that are really freaking good top click, that just kind of like get worse as they go, like that's going to be great. But if you clone, let's say, a copycat, and copycat gains and loses power all the time, that's not going to affect your clone at all.
Yeah.
So it's going to work how you want most of the time. But anytime you're like, oh, but actually you gain this, so I have this, like that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, it is sick.
I don't love the sculpt of him holding a baby, but,
But he's in the shadows, man. He's in the shadows.
I have your baby. This is mine.
All
right, buddy. Yeah, all right, buddy.
I'll go for Bastion here. I'm hoping this dude is actually a threat. I have not read this Bastion. 049
cool stuff.
We've got Power Cosmic, which is great. Sentinel Future Robot. This is the first, and it looks like only big Sentinel in the set. So all the other things that we've seen throughout the set that say do this if it's a Sentinel is clearly geared towards this dude. And I will not be convinced otherwise.
He's getting bashed. Double pulse wave.
So techno-organic integration. Techno-organic is a cool set of words. Free, choose an adjacent non-debris terrain marker or a terrain marker held by or equipped to an adjacent character. All right. Remove that terrain marker from the game and heal Bastion equal to its destroy value. So you're not just unequipping them, but you're breaking the thing and healing off of it. The only person this doesn't work against is the Collector, just because he has like inherent protection on his equipment. But anyone short of that, they're getting stripped and you're destroying it in their face and eating it and healing. Phone booth has a destroy value of 4. So you're just walking up, eating the phone booth for 4.
And he's 5.
That's pretty good. Future Tide is the attack power. We get this sporadically on the dial. Most importantly, we get it for 1 click on his lower point line. This is Pulse Wave. When Bastion uses it before replacing his range, you may place all characters within range and line of fire within 4 squares in line of fire of Bastion. So if you're 6 squares away, which is his natural range, you are yoinking them, placing them where you want them to be, and then hitting them with the Pulse Wave.
Into the wall.
So not just into the wall, because I don't know if he has knockback or not, but you can use this to split the opponent's team. So like if they have a prob on a character that is really annoying, that's been like kind of skirting the edge of the map, probbing you all game, you can use this to line up their characters. So now their prob has lost line of fire on you and make it that much harder for them to maneuver around. Like, any time you're placing your opponent's figures, that's just freaking good.
So it's super powerful.
It's so crazy. How many times did you fail to stop me as a special defense power, which is a stop impervious? We'll love to see it. I like hard reducers on stop clicks. When this click is first revealed, after resolutions, you may generate a blocking terrain marker in a square within range. Interesting. So this is another way where you can... blocking terrain has a default destroy value of 3, by the way. So you can generate it next turn, eat it. You can generate this in between the attacker and the probber, like I said before. Cut off their line to make sure they have as little chance to hit you as possible. Which I think is probably going to be the most impactful way to do this. Because on all of these stop clicks, he's got a movement power as well. So you're probably going to want to place it to block the line of fire, running shot or sidestep next to it, make your attack, and then eat it to heal up off of it. You got plenty of options here. You just got to get creative. We have improved targeting, destroy blocking, 6 range triple bolts, 2 point lines, 295 or 175 for 11 clicks and 7 clicks respectively. Yo, 7 clicks for 175 points? That's a tough ask. But
stoppies.
2 stop clicks, you can't be outwitted.
1920s.
Yeah, very high defenses, and we're normal size, so we can equip anything we want. So maybe that's a real play. But top dial here, we do fly. 8 speed running shot, 12 attack precision, 20 defense invincible, and 5 damage perplex. 2 clicks in, we're going to gain that special damage power on our stop click, so there's no way to avoid it. We're going to pick it up. We keep that for a while, and then just short of our 175 starting line. Once we take 1 damage off of that, we're back to running shot, pin blast, invuln for a little bit, outwit for a little bit, and then we're kind of back to perplex, and we gain a hypersonic. The dial's a little bit over the place, but largely you're a ranged attacker. You don't have any good way to break away. You don't have knockback or anything to keep people off of you, and you don't shoot out of adjacency. But you hit hard, you have high defense, and there's a lot of healing baked into this on a normal team. I kind of like it. Is that bad?
No, I think he's cool.
Okay, good.
I don't think you can play him at 295 competitively.
Yeah, I think
he has so many things he needs help with, right?
If he had... Because he doesn't have... He's got basic willpower with Power Cosmic.
Yeah.
If he had, like, plasticity baked in,
mm-hmm.
I think he'd be considerably stronger. Because then you could bring people in with you in the pulse wave, and now they're trapped with you.
Exactly, yeah.
And then it also helps him break away, because he has no way to, like, deal with being based by someone. Oh, actually, maybe that's what his pulse wave is for. Because if you get tied up,
move them.
Yeah, you can pulse wave and get them off of you.
Yeah.
And then you can sidestep, eat the thing, heal back up off the click.
And then put the blocking's on the...
Yeah, blocking's on the stop. You know, I think he might be pretty solid. Just having access to that extra stop. Yo, you're paying 120 points for 4 clicks of health. And a stop? And you don't get this special pulse wave top dial, but I personally prefer having precision strike top dial.
You would.
That's
Other than
tough,
a
man.
pulse wave that can move your team.
Well, yeah, but if I'm playing a one-man army, I need to get people off the map. Like, I cannot be sitting here doing 1 damage to your team, and then you sit on the herb, and now I'm useless. I need to be like, you're gone. Next, you're gone. And even this action economy as fast as possible.
But 5 pen's not even enough, right? Like, it's not even pen.
Yeah, it's not pen, it's precision.
So you're just doing 3? That's not...
Yeah.
Not enough.
Probably perplexing up your own defense. Running shot for 4, and then you're only shooting for 6 away. So you don't have cross map. So you're
needed a little bit more. A little bit more to be a one-man, I think.
It's close.
175, I think he can do it.
I think 175 is probably where he really belongs.
Yeah. But for fun, 295 for sure.
Yeah, he's so close to being really good at 295.
I think
he just needs one more thing, and it doesn't even matter what it is.
Just heals like a monster, right? Like,
yeah,
you're always healing for free and for 3.
For 3.
Free for freeze.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to Beast, which he is the figure from the OP kit.
Yep.
So he's 099. He has the... Sorry, were you done with Bastion?
No, dude, I was just staring at him. I'm probably going to stare at this character for a while after we're done, and maybe I'll try to figure it out.
I think Wade has him, man.
He looks like a puzzle to me, man. I need to solve it. Like, where does he belong? What's his home? Let me try to find it.
What is he thinking about? What do Bastions dream about, Electric sheep?
I think he dreams about Animal Man and having Invincible this whole dial.
That's definitely a dream most characters have, for sure. So Beast has the Xmen team ability. Back to the good guys, 066, Xmen Animal Scientists. He has a trait called Repairing Tech. Free, generate equipment from your KO area. You may equip it to Beast or an adjacent friendly character. That sounds like it's pretty good with Mr. Collector there, where he can KO the equipment to heal, and then Beast can bring it right back for him.
Yeah, that's a great combo.
That might be something. He has a special move power. What is the sound of one hand clapping? Charge Flurry. When Beast uses Flurry and hits, with the first attack, he may note the target's printed damage value before he deals damage. If he does, he replaces his damage value with the noted value when he makes his second attack. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
He has improved Elevated. He's a 10 with that special movement power, 11 precision, 18 reflexes, and 12 perplex.
This might be one of the first 0.99 handout for doing the OP kit stuff that I think's really playable.
Yeah.
50 point scientist animal, great keywords. You're doing something important, and importantly, it doesn't have to be an unequipped friendly character, which a lot of these abilities have that caveat on it.
Yeah.
So it combos with the things you want it to combo with the most. This is unique. Sweet, yeah.
Yeah. Gets Leap, Climb, Blades, Senses, and Owit on the latter half of the dial, and interesting piece. Being able to charge in, Flurry, do your 1 precision, note Bastion's 5 damage, and then hit Bastion for 5,
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I really like it, man, especially because you got Perplex. If you're a 50-point figure, I need you to do the one thing you do really, really well, like Caveman Wally. That is just one of the most cost-efficient multi-attackers in the game. Or I need you to do your thing solidly, plus 1 little extra for the rest of the team, like I was talking about with the 60-point, that just point line.
Yeah.
I think 50 is very similar in that way, where you want them to be a part of the communal whole. And throwing something like Perplex on this guy is a great way to do it. Charge Flurry, perplexing down their defense. You've got the relevant defense power for staying alive. This might be one of the first OP kit players I will happily put on a team and not even realize that that's like the special version of the figure.
Indeed.
I'm not going to bother going over the play-at-home figures, just because there's more than enough unboxing on those online, and if there's not, I'll post my own. They're usually, pretty unique and special, but what do you think? Any notes or takeaways from the super rare spots we didn't already mention, or the chase slots?
Yeah, I think this set really focused on the thematics of the show and trying to make the character feel like this version of the character from the show, and it's great. Like I said, the major knock this set has is that it doesn't have Gambit riding Wolverine, but I mean, what can you do about that? I guess
You can give everybody Xmen TA and make up for it in sheer power. So who do you have on Bastion versus Larfleeze from the past set? One-man army versus one-man army.
I think Larfleeze, just because like his army of, I don't know if you ever get him down because he's just healing so much. You got to play on a map with like no blocking, I guess, right? Or no, his terrain markers. So.
Yeah, it's got to be terrain markers for Bastion.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I take Larfleeze.
Really? I think I take Bastion. I love Larfleeze, but I don't think Larfleeze is ever getting through that tile.
Yeah. Oh, like just for versus each other?
Yeah, just heads up, 1v1.
Which one you have. Oh, yeah, it's... He has no chance, I don't think. unless you're both playing no equipment, no terrain.
That's really funny.
Which is...
a big nerf to Bastion yet.
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to play my phone booth or my herb or my dumpster fire. I don't think you can choose not to use it, right?
You can't,
once
no.
you have it. Yeah.
That's why you'll see in like competitive games, people like just throw things in the bottom like corners where they know it's not going to happen, just to make sure it's not in the way. But yeah, I'll go ahead and wrap up the video. This has been Tokened Up. Let us know down below like which of these figures you're excited to play with.
K-ball.
Yeah, if you know any of the ruling questions that we asked before, feel free to chime in down there as well. I'm going to take you with a grain of salt and wait for how we rule it locally. But there's a couple figures here that are freaking sweet. And this additional rarity, I don't think we even talked about the like alternate blue-purple cards. I'm really excited to see what those look like. And
the card, yeah, the special cards, yeah.
Yeah, those are awesome.
They're doing that. It's a little thing, just like changing the color of the base. Like, we need to go special cards and special bottom of your the color of the base. I think that needs to be pretty standard. Like surely it's not that hard to do, and it just gives so much more inherent value to the chase figures.
Yeah, and if you've got an Emma Frost build for me, let me know.
Share it below.
I'm trying to believe, and I need you guys to help get me there.
For sure.
So, give me a like and subscribe, and we'll check you out next time.